Good evening, all of you. Mr. Pankaj Patel, Chairman, Board of Governors of the Institute of Management, Ahmedabad, members of the board, Professor Bharat Bhaskar, Director of the Institute, Deans, Chairs of the programs, members of the faculty and staff, distinguished guests, recipients of the degree and the awards, proud parents, their family members, ladies and gentlemen, my greetings to you all on the occasion of this annual convocation. And I know this is not a right occasion for a speech. I think you all got tired standing for such a long time, and a short speech would be nice, but I prepared a very long speech. But let me try to cut down a little bit. I'm sure this is really a glorious day for you, and so all of you are celebrating what you achieved. And I'm really happy and proud to be invited to come here amongst you, because I also belong to the alumni, the 40,000 strong alumni. I have been attending here some programs way back in 2007 and 2013, so that's a connection that I have. Indian Institute of Management Ahmedabad was created by the visionary Dr. Vikram Sarabhai, whose dreams created the space program and ISRO, where I come from. And now I also hold a position in Department of Space and ISRO. In his name, a chair that is installed, created there as Vikram Sarabhai Professor. And really an honor to hold that and work for the space program further. And I know Indian Institute of Management Ahmedabad has been known for its academic leadership, its advanced research, its intellectual development, and as a center for progressive thinking, critical analysis, and also a social responsibility that has been instilled in all its students. And IIM has been producing really great business leaders, innovators that made remarkable contributions across diverse fields, such as education, public policy, social aspects of it, culture, civilization, and even in arts. And I know that you are the institute which is ranked first among the business schools in the country since 2020. It's a great honor. Congratulations for it. And I would like to express my heartfelt congratulations to each and every one of you who have been awarded degrees, especially those who are receiving medals. And also would like to thank during this time their wonderful work done by the administration, faculty members, staff, the support staff, everyone here who contributed to the development of this institution, as well as organizing this great event today evening. And I know the award of this degree and recognition is not only of your work, and it's definitely the work of your families, your mentors, your teachers, your well-wishers. And I would like you to request you to think about all of them and then thank from your depth of your heart for a moment when you receive this degree. And I know your success in further life, your future life, both personal and professional, is determined by many, many things. You must have really a passion to do, completely dedicated to what you do. And you must have commitment to lead from the front, excellence to set highest standards of professional integrity and performance. Of course, determination in many occasions where you will fail, but never to lose the spirit and to continue to come back. Of course, having focus, always to see the big picture and don't to be distracted by small things that are going around. And learnability, of course, is you need to be a student throughout your life and to have humility, honesty, and integrity finally. Now, as a chief guest, I think I thought that I should deliver this speech. I was thinking what I should speak to you. Of course, the best thing that I can speak is from my own life and my life lessons. And there won't be much to be gained by quoting someone else, but rather than speaking about myself. And let me put a few points which could be of use to you. Sometimes you may think about it, you may ponder over it, it would be beneficial to you. And that's what I would like to tell you. First and foremost is to be a voracious reader. Read as much as you can whenever you get an opportunity, and in every domains and every spheres that you come across. And that will definitely give you a fulfilling life. I am very sure about it. And definitely I am a product of nothing but reading habits that I developed in my early life. Learn to work as a team. Alone you can go far. Really fast you can go, but then with the company of others, you can go very, very far. And many a times I have seen myself that brilliance alone won't take you far. But especially when you are alone, that you will really see the issues. Third point I would like to tell you is that the rate of knowledge creation, the technology advancements that are taking place are too fast now, and even human cannot even understand or tackle the rate at which it is growing and even assimilate it. So even then you need to continuously make some efforts to gather out of whatever happening around you. And if you want to be a leader, and of course all of you want to be, and I am very sure about it, first thing is to become a follower or someone, a mentor, somebody who will be able to guide you, help you. And if you think that you don't need anyone, it's fine, but it is better and it will benefit you significantly. And not only that, you identify that mentor and stick with him for sufficiently long time. That again, from my own experience. Of course, take risks in life, and this is the only way that you can really break barriers, prepare well for opportunities. So it will, opportunities will definitely knock on your door, but then if you are waiting for it, many a times you won't even notice it. And then at the end of it, that you need to remain unattached. I think I'll explain you why you need to remain unattached and how it benefits you a little later. See, I am from a village, I think I've already been told. And what shaped me was the education, what the importance given to the education by my parents. And they said that I must, read quite well and really focus on education. And this message was all the time there in the background. And I had the fortune to read quite a bit during my school days, almost all the classical literatures and books and travelogues that my father wrote and many other libraries I could borrow. I think really shaped me in understanding the whole world. Because in a village that you can actually see much of the world. In fact, I have never seen a government employee in my life, in my school days, other than the teachers. So look at the power of reading that gives you a visibility to see the bigger picture. And it continues to be, even now, the ability to read and understand various domains, not just sticking to your own domain is not enough. In ISRO that we have been working on developing space technology, and that has seen success and failures. I think many a times we talk about failures. So challenges in launch vehicle design, that's a domain which I work with designing rockets. I have been quite good at doing that work, but then it is always faced with huge challenges. You like to see many failures, and many failures are not even reported in the media, that we keep it there while we do this work. But then you see that achieving perfection in any such work is really difficult, especially repeatability of the missions again and again when you do. So it comes out of established processes and its validation process that we created in the organization. So this is true in real life also. You will see a lot of failures, but then overcoming and becoming successful takes a lot of energy, effort, and establishing again systems and processes within your life to overcome such failures. Another important point which I want to tell you from my experience is the teamwork. The power of teamwork is really, really big. And in the organization, we always evaluate people who have an ability to build teams. And individually we have no real good power to do all of this what we have done, going to moon, building rockets. I think few of us will have the ability to do that. But then when we bring people of various capability and skill together, the power is really enormous. We are able to see the problems that we were unable to solve now becomes much more easier. And that's the real power of teamwork. And then from ordinary people, we were able to extract extraordinary stuff. But then, for everyone, their own work is important, and there are individualistic nature in life. And many a times when you work in a team, we forget to give compliments. I think this is one quality which I will tell you that you should develop. Talking about the good work of others, whether you have a heart to tell you that, yes, today you did a great work. And you will see a magic happening when you start giving compliments to others. They will start respecting or honoring your contribution much greater than they ever used to be. And this is really magical to see, telling, you did a wonderful work today. And the respect that you get out of it is really amazing. And many people don't even realize it. Telling that you did some good work, it's actually degrading yourself, they think. So, by appearing important, very, very important, you can go a little far, but It's not a characteristic that you should endure in the long run. In ISRO, I think we always speak about finding solutions to the problems of the people and society. And this has been a narrative that we created even during the time of Dr. Sarabhai. It was very important for him at that point in time when we wanted to work in space program, investing money, public funds into space program, and the questions were raised. Why you should invest and create such capabilities? Supporting societies, finding problems for agriculture, the water resources, nation building, that became very, very important at that point in time. Even today, though we are doing similar work, the connect between the research organization and industry, I can say the research organization, academia and industry is still a distant dream. I think I will tell you, you people who are graduating from this institution must focus on this particular point, where the connect between research organizations, industries, and academia is so important for our nation. And this connect must grow substantially for India to become a very, very powerful country in the future. And in the coming days, the technology forecast is really wonderful, and you see everywhere, you hear about the growth in technology in many domains, artificial intelligence, quantum sciences, the digital connectivity, and all of these are topics that are being discussed and debated very well. And the guardians being replaced by robots, and language revolution, where you don't have to worry about any 3-language policy. You need to learn only one language because machines are becoming much more powerful to translate and communicate in the way that you never ever imagined. And what really happens is the technology growth that is happening all around is to make our life much more comfortable. So we have more spare time, so we can enjoy life. That's the ultimate goal of technology, to make us busier and more, lead a hectic life, more relaxed life, to have more free time for ourselves. And this is the purpose of technology. Are we really achieving it? That's a big question mark. But then, even then, having all this growth in technology, you have still huge challenges. For example, the issues of mobility, for food and nutrition, managing pandemic, managing healthcare, lifespan extension, and many other dangers of technology which we know that is being created as outcome of all of this are still looming large. The new age diseases, all these are there amongst us. But then, amongst all of this, you need to survive and thrive, and that's going to be a huge challenge for all of you. And I must tell you that though you are graduating out of a process which is going through this institution, being aware of the technology and its impact in society becomes very, very important for each one of you. In my organization, I said about leadership. I think developing right kind of leadership is very, very important. In a society, developing it is really difficult as well. And what great leaders are remembered for their great contributions. And we also have bad leaders amongst us. And they will be forgotten very fast, but the great leaders will be remembered. And if you really want to be a great leader and to make an impact in whatever you do, then you need to become a good follower, as I said in the past. And that must be based on sound principles. To select the person whom you want to be a mentor, it's a great, very, very important step. In my life changed because I had a great mentor. My boss, who used to be my boss for almost 20 years, Mr. Ramakrishnan, who became director of my center. And walking with him as a Guru-Shishya connection, and I learned all the skills and the knowledge and management skills which I need to gather at much later point in time. And possibly, this is the one which will help you wherever you go, in an institution, in any firm that you go and start working. I think it's very important to pick somebody like you. Venturing on complex tasks and taking critical decisions while executing projects need courage and risk-taking ability. And this is another important topic possibly you would have discussed in your courses. I am very sure about it. But then you know that in situations where critical decisions have to be taken, I had to take some similar decisions at launch pad when the rocket is waiting at the launch pad, etc. The only biggest issue that you are facing is that all facts and figures and the impact of those decisions that you are likely to take is not evident in front of you. The uncertainty looms very large while you take decisions. And at that moment in time that you need to take a decision, that's the beauty of it and that's the challenge of it. And that's what all of us are built for. We need to take decisions in those situations where there are not enough information available to you. So we call it risk-taking. I know risk-taking capability is needed. But then when you want to take decisions at that point in time, then you need to maintain a posture of calmness. And you need to have an inner calling, basically. So how do you really develop that type of capability to take decisions at a point in time when you are asked to take those decisions? I think it requires a blessing of divine nature. I hope and pray that while you travel through your journey that you have that blessing from the Almighty. But then, very important that when you are asked to take decisions, that you are ready to take those decisions. Very, very important. And many people actually avoid them. And those people grow, those are the ones who grow when they have an opportunity to take decisions. You will definitely take a decision. And it will really keep you growing. I will tell you that you need to train your mind to take, for those opportunities life that will be called upon to take decisions, which I just mentioned. And also for those opportunities that will knock on your door. And I see the great leaders, they prepare all the time, waiting for that opportunity. But many a times that opportunity will come only once. But if you are not ready for it, then you will fail in identifying it. So the only option that is left to each one of you is to prepare all the time and be ready for the big thing to happen, the magic to happen in your life. I also pray and wait for each one of you to have that magic happening in your life. But for that, I believe that you will put all your best efforts to make yourself ready for that opportunity. Could it be a great challenge in life or work or assignments? Possibly any of this could be there. But then I told you about the unattachment. To remain unattached while you accomplish all of this, it's a huge challenge. I think many times people find it extremely difficult. For example, in an organization where I work in ISRO, I have been switching my roles. I move from one division, one group of work to another. Many times, initially when I started shifting, I felt very miserable. My boss said, Mr. Ramakrishna, I mentioned, he said that, no, good enough that you have worked here, you have made a mark. At this point, if you stay there, you would have reached some position. Now it's a time to close down everything and move to another area. But it makes so much of pain to you. But then you should understand that you made a big mark there. If you stay there, you will reach somewhere. Now you are taking all on a sudden on a totally new domain. But I can tell you, this is really important for each one of you. And unless you have the ability to get remain detached, you will not know how to delegate. And this becomes out of that capability. Delegation and being unconnected, even while you accomplish all those great things, remain unattached. Never to take too much of credit for what you did. I think it's very, very important. I think this unattachment is so crucial for growth, personally and in organizations. I believe truly to unlock the potential of our nation, we must continue to innovate, collaborate, and innovation does not happen in isolation. It requires a culture of curiosity, a strength to face failure, and an insatiable hunger to seek answers. And in the organization where I worked, we faced numerous challenges, whether it was early struggles of launching our first satellite Aryabhatta, or even the perseverance required to overcome the failure in Chandrayaan-2 and make the Chandrayaan-3 land on the South Pole. All of this required that great amount of perseverance. But each failure not only highlighted the strength and the resolve within to find out better solutions and to reach greater heights. And to the graduates today, I urge you to cultivate the spirit of innovation, apply your knowledge to resolve the real world problems where in science, in humanities, social science, management, innovation has a great place everywhere. On this occasion, I would like to highlight the rich and glorious knowledge tradition that India had, which has now been brought to light in a better light today, from the Vedas to the modern day scientific advances. India has always been a great nation contributing to the global understanding of the universe. Science and other forms of human knowledge progressed considerably in this part of the world as the world's first source of knowledge, providing scientific insights into astronomy, geography, mathematics, metallurgy, and philosophy, far ahead of other places during those times. The ancient scriptures like Mahasalila, which I had an opportunity to see, it's a Sanskrit textbook on Mahasalila, is nothing but the primordial soup from which the universe came out. And to speak beautifully about the creation of the universe and the scientific way of creation of the universe. And also the Surya Siddhanta, which I am so much connected, the planetary motions, the orbits and things like that, and the sun and moon and planets. And it all are described beautifully there with its calculations, reasonably accurate to the present day standards. The knowledge at that time was so advanced and as compared to the modern science at that point in time. So today you cannot say they are the modern science. Of course, it was at that point in time it was really modern science. And Indian philosophy not only emphasized not only the material progress but also the great emphasis on spiritual progress, which was seen as essential to holistic human development. This balance is what makes India very unique, as it has a contribution to both scientific and spiritual advancements in the past. India is now at the cusp of technological and scientific revolution. The future holds immense possibilities: space exploration, artificial intelligence, sustainable development, and far beyond many other things. And all that responsibility are in the hands of you, each one of you who are out of this institution, going to the firms and fields to work your fullest. I think you have just completed the one phase of your journey from these institutions. The world today needs individuals having the ability to connect empathetically with others. To show compassion to our peers is so critical to our lives and help us thrive as a progressive society. You have the knowledge, you have the passion, and the ability to make the difference. And the universe is so vast, but so is human potential. Reach for the stars, not just in your career, but on your contribution to humanity. I congratulate all of you once again and wish each one of you an exciting, challenging, and rewarding journey ahead. Try to bring the benefits of your learning for the betterment of the society and the nation, and make your parents and teachers proud of you. Good luck. Thank you. Jai.